Hi guys, it's Mal. Welcome to Vicarage Farm and Happy New Year to you. I know it's in the middle of February, but I've had the Lurgie for quite a long time now and only just managing to shake it off, and so this is really the first hunt since November. So I'm just glad to get back out. I was going stir crazy. So we're out with the Equinox, super blue headphones. We're at the top of the world field, and I'm just going to go through here quickly and get down to the other side. I've got a field over there that I've not been in yet, so I'm just going to do a bit of scouting with the Equinox today. Got about 6 hours, so hopefully this wind and a little bit of rain, its forecast, stays away, but the wind's terrible. It's going to start picking up again, so I'll try and keep the wind noises down as much as possible. And you're still a bit croaky already, so let's get out there and let's get muddy.
Well guys, first signal of the day is a little bit of pistol shot. We're off and running. Well guys, you've got one to open. It's in here. It's about the wind, it's so bad. It's just in there. That one. Probably a shotty. Oh, look, little buckle. Tiny little buckle, only 6 inches down. First buckle of the day. Hopefully there's a few more nice bits and pieces to come. Been digging deep holes again. Looks like we've got our first coin of the afternoon. Be a halfpenny by the looks of things. And just for Neil, there's the impression. Yeah, it was the toasty halfpenny. George 1, 2 or 3. I'll probably go George 1 for that one. See if we can see anything on it when we get home.
Oh, here we are on whole cam again. I think I can see where it is. It's down here. Little pistol ball by the looks of things. Where's it gone? Yeah. Yeah, just a little pistol ball. Starting to get a few signals. It's a bit sparse at the moment. Well, just scuffed over that bit of soil. Looks like we got our first bit of silver there. Looks like a sixpence. Who we got? Oh, that's one I've not seen for a long time. That's a young Victoria sixpence. One with the veils. Yeah, that's a very old one. I'm not going to rub it or touch it. That's probably about 1860, somewhere around there. Oh, first bit of silver in the bag today. Get in. Well guys, it's half time, lunchtime. I've done 2.5 hours so far. Not really had that much. So I had the musket ball, buckle, a few bits and pieces, a few shotties, a couple of 303s. Not a lot really, but that nice Jubilee sixpence, I think it is, a Victoria, that was made up for it. So I'll have a couple of bananas, a cup of coffee, and I'll get back out for the second half. Surprisingly, that's the first button. 3 hours in. Very sparse this part of the field. It's not like the patch where I had all the hammies out of, so I'm just doing a bit of scouting, ready for the spring. Well, that's the first one of these we've had today. Something to open up. Don't think it's much. Signal's a bit too scratchy. Not too deep. Very small, whatever it is. A lot of little caps, they're firing caps off shotties. Tiny little things they are. Oh, nothing too obvious in there, is there? Let's check with the coil. Oh, whatever it is, it's in there. Oh, it's another one of those flaming firing caps. That's what happens when you're on a shooting estate. You get loads of these. That's all that's left of the shotty end. Oh well, on to the next one. Well, you always wonder how these manage to get into the middle of a field. It's a stair rod carpet clip. Probably sort of like Victorian, Edwardian period. 1800s, 1900s, something like that. Early 1900s. But what's that doing in the middle of the field? Well, that's a sweet number 11 for you guys that like the numbers. And just as I flicked it over, look what we've got. We've got a little farthing by the looks of things. Hammy time. Do 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 do. Hammy time. Get in. It's about time too. I know. 3 o'clock. And just going to have another cup of coffee. I thought I'll just do another run up and down here. And that little beauty pops out. Can't tell who it is. It's pretty manky and worn on the end, but we'll see what we can do for the review. Yay! Get in. Well, guys, back on hole cam again. A nice sweet tone down here. Just missed it with the pinpointing a little bit, so that's normally a sign of something on edge or something very small. Get down the back of it as usual. Had quite a few buttons recently in this patch. Oh, looks like we got another one. Yeah, just another button. It's well, it's certainly livened up in the last hour and a half. So we'll just keep gridding away, and we never know what we'll get. Well, guys, last find of the day. I'm absolutely shattered. Managed to get 6 hours in. Been a lot of digging, a lot of scrap. Found this little patch after about an hour and a half today. I've just been gridding it up and down, and last little finds this old lead token with 5 dots on it. So I'll go back to the car now, absolutely shattered, and I'll catch up with you guys at the review. Hi guys, welcome to review for a very cold and blustery day on Vicarage Farm. First hunt of the year, and a very strange hunt it turned out to be. We went through the top of the world field. We always start there, park the car up, and we walked through there, and there's very few signals. We've got a little buckle and a little musket ball, and that was about it really. And we got to the far side of it and down into the new field, and even that was a bit quiet to start off. And then we hit on this patch, and amazingly there's all this stuff started appearing. Fortunately, most of it was junk. There's the usual culprits: the lead, the shotty caps, a couple of moo tubes in there, a few other bits of scrap. But it was all of a sudden it became alive with signals. And that aside now, very few good keepers really amongst it. There was quite a few buttons, probably got over a dozen buttons here, but even they weren't very prolific. We got the stair rod ends, and you think, what's that doing in the middle of a field? Got that lead pot seal, a few bits of broken buckles, a couple of little bronzy buckles, not very old really, a few bits of 2-2, so somebody's been popping stuff in there. One big musket ball, a few bits of pistol ball, a couple of halfpennies, maybe 3 halfpennies in total, probably George first, second, somewhere around that period. And best finds of the day really was the first one that come up was the Jubilee Silver Sixpence of Victoria. I've never had one of these for years, and lovely condition this one. Hopefully it's the 1893 one, which is worth £4.5 but I doubt it. I think it's the earlier one, which is worth about 30 quid. In that condition, it's a nice find. And then we finished off with a little halfpenny farthing off Edward III, I reckon this is. So, little short review really. Not much to report from that field. We'll be giving it another go, and we'll start gridding it from where we left off, and we've got the sixpence and the little farthing there. Shows promise, that field, compared to some of the other fields we searched last year down at Vicarage Farm. Absolutely sparse they were. It's just the nature of the way that farm is. It's got hot spots everywhere that I've found, and most of it is then, the rest of it just barren. Even 303s and shotties are barren from it as well. But most of the good stuff seems to be on the actual higher parts of the farm. Down in the valleys where you expect to be roaming stuff and other stuff, there's absolutely nothing there. So, subscriber count's just got over 6,000. Thank you very much. We managed to get there in the end. Took some while, but we did it. And thank you to all the new subscribers. Thank you to the support of all my current subscribers to the channel. It's very much appreciated. So a little short review. Let's get these finds cleaned up for you and catch up with you guys on the next hunt, which will probably be back at Vicarage Farm again. But we might get
a beach hunting. There's a supermoon coming up soon, the end of February, so might get down there and see what we can pull off the beach for the first time this year. So it's your pal Mal, happy hunting to you all, catch you on the next one. Cheers guys.